What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 here for another video of the autumn season weekly festival playlist. Right now we're driving around in our BMW X6M, and if you haven't seen that video how we got it, definitely go check it out. It's the last one on the channel. But today we're going to be jumping back into the weekly Forza-thon, or the weekly festival playlist, to complete another seasonal championship. But we did get enough points to get the Honda Civic Mugen, so go ahead and press that. So we got that now. But today we're going to be jumping into When It Rains, It Pours for the 50,000 credit reward. So something to note here, none of the tunes that I'm using are less than 50,000 credits. So you'll probably make your money in credits off of like each of the individual races, because you get money after you complete each of those, but you're not going to be like, necessarily making the 50,000 credits. The nice thing is I'm using two cars that we used in last season as well. So in the summer season for the letting off steam, I think it was, I used the Lotus Exige and the Alpine A110. So I'm going to use both of those. It's the same car class and everything, so it's nice that I didn't have to go buy any tune or upgrade for that. So if you used either of those, you're golden and you'll actually make, the 50,000 credits. But I'm going to go ahead and jump over here. We'll jump into one of the cars and then we'll start it up. All right, so we're going to start it out with the Alpine A110. This thing handled really well in the last Dirt Series championship, so I'm hopeful that it'll do good as well. We're using the exact same tune we did in that last one, the share code for the tune, and the tuner's name will be up on the screen now. But like I said, this thing shouldn't have an issue. I didn't change the tune, but we'll see how it does. So we'll go ahead and jump into the first race. Actually, let's see what races we have first. So we've got circuit race, and a sprint. Okay, not bad. Alright, the SELVA Scramble. As always, it should lock the difficulty here at highly skilled, because that's what you need for, to get the reward, being in this case the 50,000 credits. Let's go and get it here. Got all kinds of different little cars around here. Hope you guys are enjoying the Forza Horizon 5 content. I'm hoping that I'm able to, assist some of you guys in doing these new weekly festival playlist events. I've definitely had fun playing Horizon 5. I haven't really got to post much of the actual campaign playthrough since I've been doing these weekly festival playlist videos every Thursday, or the last 2 Thursdays. But I'm hoping I can get all these campaign video or the festival playlist videos out. Ooh, this thing is slidey in the wet mud. But yeah, I'm hoping I can get all the festival playlist videos out by Sunday, and then kind of have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to post up actual campaign playthroughs and stuff like that. I'm doing what I can. There may not be a video every single day. Work's kind of been busy and stuff like that, so alright, we're doing okay. I forget that this is a circuit race, so I don't actually have to try to push too hard to get in first right now. And that water really slows us down compared to them. Come on, let's push. And the Z4 really just dove in on us, which is surprising. Car up front is fast. It's a Mercedes. We're just gonna dive in there. In this game, you're gonna have to use some aggressive driving against these Drivatars, so just be wary of that and just be ready to use that when you get a chance. Your corners are going to be your best options there. If you see something where you can use the Drivatar as a bounce guard or like a guardrail essentially, then, you know, by all means, go ahead and do it. They will not give you an inch if you don't. So, sorry if I sound stuffy. I literally just woke up and got on to record this video for today, so I do apologize for that. This thing's a little slidey. I maybe should have looked at a tune that was designated for, you know, the wet rain or the wet season, because this one's still running in the or the storm season rather, and for autumn, because autumn is the storm season, summer is the wet season. So this is set up for the summer season. So maybe there is a good difference between autumn and summer. As far as, I mean, this thing's just sliding all over the place. It was fine in the last dirt championship, but I mean, it's not handling awful. It's just a little slidey. I'd be interested to see how the Lotus does, because it's using the same tune from the last video as well. Alright, on the final stretch. Drivatars put up a fight in this one, that's for sure. Gotta go across the line, all cinematic like. I love those endings. So, SELVA Scramble is complete. We got first place there. As you can see on the far right there, we did get 20 points for coming in first. If I hit next, this is the championship leaderboard, and this is where those points really matter. So I'm going to move into the next race and we'll go ahead and jump into the Lotus and see how it does in the storm season. Alright, here's the Lotus. This is the Lotus Exige S from 2012, I think is what my notes say. The share code for the tune that is on it will be up on the screen now if you want to check it out. And the tuner's name will also be on the screen. This thing handled really well in the summer season, so I'm interested to see how it's going to do here. You can see it definitely has off-road tires on it. It's so cool to see that, be able to go onto cars like this. So let's go ahead and jump into the race and we'll see what it can do. Alright, El Pipla Scramble. I don't know if that's right or not, but please don't judge my pronunciations. I don't know Spanish very well. Alright. Just try to pit out a MX-5. I guess that's a Miata, isn't it? It's not a new thing, so it's a Miata. Alright. Gotta be careful with this tunnel. I think you can like run into... Oh, that is hard coming out of that. With that sun glare. Is this just gonna be all in the city? Because this is not dirt racing. I mean, we're in third. This thing is handling really well if this is all it is. I mean, you don't even really need off-road tires. Okay, here we go. Let's get a handle for it real quick. Oh, this feels good. I mean, it's a little slidey, but it's really not like bad at all. It may just be slidey just due to the dirt being wet. Really, I mean, I think it handles well. This is probably a good option if you still have it set up from last week. If you don't still have it set up, I mean, you can actually go and just throw the tune back on it. Because you've already bought the parts, so it shouldn't cost you anything to just put it back on, which is nice. We are up into first in the first lap. I mean, the Drivatars aren't far behind. But this is definitely not a dirt race in my opinion. This is an asphalt race with like a quarter dirt, but nonetheless, we'll see what we can do here. Since we're up in first, just in an effort to make this video a little shorter, I may skip towards the end of this race unless something interesting happens in the middle of it. So, I'll see you guys here in a sec. Alright, we're coming across our final turn here. This thing absolutely slayed. This is probably what I would use if you have it. If you don't, I mean, it may be a good car to invest in for future, you know, dirt series races where modern race cars or sports cars are, you know, required. So, thing killed it. El Pipla Scramble is complete. Finish first. Again, we get 20 more points for coming in first. If I hit next, so you can see I have 40 points in total. So basically this is where you need to be first at the end of the championship. You don't necessarily have to come in first in all three of the races, but you need the most points at the end of the races, at the end of the championship. So let's go ahead and jump into the last one and jump into our final car. All right, and our final car here is going to be the Toyota GT86. Last time we used the Supra, which we could have very well done again today, but I wanted to change it up a little bit and see how the GT86 would handle. So the tune Sharecode and the tune creator will be up on the, ooh, nice little unicorn over there. Will be up on the screen though. So we'll see how this thing does and see, you know, if it can rally really. So, all right. Cordilleria, I don't know. This one's a scramble, so it's just a sprint race, no more circuit races, which is nice. I much prefer sprint race over scramble. Getting some accolades for completing that last race there. We hadn't actually done it yet. Most of the races that I've actually done outside of road racing have been through the seasonal championship. Thing just like hung in through there. I was full gas the entire way through that one turn and it just stuck. Gonna need to hit the brakes for this one. All right, got a Audi TT and I think it's a BRZ. Could be a GT86 up there, that blue car. I can't tell. I think in other races I noticed it as a BRZ. We're just gonna push the TT into the whatever that was, ooh, into the walls. Kind of ruined their race. That's something too. Well, first, make sure that you're aware that you do not need to use 3 different cars for these events. I use 3 different cars just to show you different options that can be used. You can select one and use that same car through all 3 events. So just be aware of that. I do it just to provide extra content for you guys, and again, just to try to show you different options that can be used and what may be a best option. But like, you just saw me push that Drivatar and they just absolutely freaked out and it ruined the race. If you are struggling and you can see a Drivatar that is in second place or whatever, if you push them, it may ruin their race to where they finish way lower, and the points obviously for them will be way lower at that point. So definitely be aware of that. It's not a bad tactic to use against Drivatars. Okay, Drivatars, guys. Don't do it online against other players because that's just dirty. But you need every edge that you can get against Drivatars in this game. So, so just be aware of that. Ooh, back end flopped up. Thing's handling really well. It's really fast too. I like it. I like it a lot. I think the tune itself costs about 70,000 credits though. So you're definitely not coming out ahead as far as the end reward. I don't know how many credits we've gotten, like just actually doing the races. And obviously that's going to vary too, depending on, you know, your assist and all that stuff. So I'm assuming that we would make enough money to at least cover the 75,000 or whatever credits that this car would cost to tune, with the 50,000 credits as the big reward, but I don't want to 100% say that. Or I'm not saying it with 100% confidence. So we are going to take first here with like no issue. Don't run off the bridge. That guardrail is breakable. That would definitely ruin your race really easily. It would be funny to see a clip of somebody pushing a drivatar off that bridge, though. So if you have that, definitely, you know, hit us up in the Discord, because I'd love to see it. But there we go. 20 more points. We got first place. And the Audi TT came dead last. And it was a BRZ. So both the BRZ and the TT came dead last. And I'm pretty sure that BRZ was in second place in the actual standing. So it absolutely ruined its race, or ruined the championship for it. But that's a good example. I mean, both the TT and the BRZ, I think, were pretty high. So they came in fourth and fifth. So that's just a good example of what you can do. So it's got 60 points there. We won the event, and that should get us the 50,000 credits, which is a lot less exciting than a car.